Hello, I'm Dwight Norris of fishingnetwork.com, and today we're going to be doing a little scouting of the Charles River for smallmouth bass, because I hear that they start up early. And this is the first thaw, 55 degrees, and all the snow is melting, so the dam is roaring. Let's check it. So I'm here just above the Watertown Dam. As you see over here, there's a new bridge, walkway for people, and usually I don't catch much around this area. I got this little white spinnerbait on there because it's the quickest thing I could get on after working today and getting in a little bit of stuff before the sun goes down. So I'm gonna be hitting this for a few more minutes, but I'm gonna go to the tried and true smallmouth bass champion, the Rapala minnow, in just a few minutes. So let's get it all staged up so you can watch me do my thing, which is usually not catch a thing. Let's do it. I'm making sure I do a nice slow roll because this water is still below 40 degrees, baby. Like, I'm not going swimming in here. Usually that first thaw is like the bass' first sign to go a little bit more shallow, get off the bottom and hit the edges and see if there's any bait fish to be had. That almost fell out the plate. Right then the ground. From this side. Don't see any fish like swimming around, which is what I was hoping to see, like 1 or 2 bluegills. Then I'd be like, oh yeah, they're roaming around here. But I don't see anything yet. So I'll keep you tuned in. That's for sure. I was looking online at one of the bass farms and they were like, hey, I've caught fish in the early spring 40-degree temperatures when I'm shredding a bait, with a chatterbait or a spinnerbait, or when I'm slow rolling. It doesn't seem to matter. And I wish that's true, but it depends on the fish and how hungry it is. If it's starving after a long break in the winter, it might attack, but most are still very lethargic. Most of the time I like to run with the numbers, and the numbers say they're a cold-blooded species, therefore they're going slow. Alright, I'm getting a little bored. I get bored fast. I like to switch a little with the gear, go to something that I know that works, rather than something I haven't. You know, when fishing season gets in full blast, I'll try out new things and give them their due. Half a day, half a period of the time, a full period of the time. And that's what I had to do with frogs, really, because I had given up on frogs a long time ago. They had really made me angry. I was like, I spent all these money on frogs when I was a teenager, mowing lawns and whatnot, and I can't catch nothing on this frog. It was just the fish and everything, but soon up here, I threw that puppy on. Cast number 2. Splash. I'm like, get out of here. How many years it's been? But then I realized, boy, you fished it for 5 minutes and you gave up each time you tried. That's not fishing a lure. Come on. Don't go up in those lures. You just bought them. You think they're super cool. They're brand new. They're out. Everybody's talking about them. Plopper, plopper. And you can't catch nothing on them. Well, maybe you need to use it more often. Maybe you need to try a new technique. One thing I've heard recently from somebody was like, complaining that he couldn't catch anything with his whopper plopper in the bass farm. And the guy said, let me give you a tip right here. Reel in for 2 or 3 seconds, stop, pause, long pause, like 2 second to 4 second pause, reel it again. Pause, reel it again, pause. Like as soon as that pause happens, or as soon as you start up again, that's where they're gonna hit it. And honestly, that's how it works on a frog too. Get this going here. Get my slip knot. Use my slip knots with my monofilament fluorocarbon. And I use a polymer knot when I'm fishing with a braid. I think you already know the reason why, because when you do a slip knot with a braid, the loop closes and then you can't get it in there. Don't even think about it if it's windy. I've said a few words trying to do that in the past. Now I'm a little bit wiser. Learn your knots and when not to use them. So we got the Rapala minnow on. I think you all know this. It's one of my favorites. There's my rod. Let's see, there was something here and I was staring at the bait. Didn't want it. They want this minute. Really, I'm gonna use this down the rapids. That's what smallmouth bass is. That's what I think about it. Too much. I usually have multiples of these Rapala minnows because they're on. So I'm gonna lose them. If I do, then I back up. I can't go home. Let's go to the next spot. So we're at the next spot, and there's a guy across the bridge fishing. I wanted to ask him a question, but couldn't stop. Question is, have you caught anything here lately? I also don't see any fish over here either. What was this part? See, I'm trying to do a long pause to give the fish enough time to contemplate they're going to use enough energy to catch this bait. They do an internal thought. I'm super cold, I can't move, I'm really tired. Is this food enough fuel for me to eat it? If it's too small, not worth my time. If it's huge, big swim bait, maybe I'll chase that. Speaking of that, let's move. So, I'm right next to the Watertown Dam. It's literally right there. Can you see it? If you do, this looks like a great place to do fly fishing, except for all the overhanging trees. But right up in the rocks where a lot of the smallmouth bass will hold up. And you're thinking, what's the fish doing that? I thought they were lazy. Not smallmouth bass. They like to sit right behind those rocks. They wait for bait fish to go by, and then they chase them down. It's like, nope, nope, nope. Big one comes by, goes after it. Try to do the similar thing. They hide under the rocks or around the rocks. And the same thing, and you think they're being like fighting the water the whole time? Not really. They're drafting like crazy, like NASCAR. This water's moving really fast because the ice melt. But I got the rappel minute on. Let's see what happens. That water's moving really fast. I don't think they have a chance to see them. It's a good spot for a big swim bait that isn't going to get hung up. I'm not sure that's even a thing. I don't know, I think I'm too close. I'm gonna need to move down a little bit. Somewhere. Let's give it a couple more turns. That's not good. This is one of those things where I lose my rappler, doing something not so bright. The big hole there where it goes down, it's going under something. That's where I'm looks like this is going to be a line break, end of a brand new rappler. So sad. It's a good thing I know how to get them cheap online, and that's something I'm going to be doing at the front of my page. Nice little opt-in that says, get the best way to get cheap fishing lures and gear for me, so you'll be able to get more gear whenever you want to. This thing is moving. Let the line go. Use the power of the water to rip it out in the other direction. Oh, we came out. I was talking a lot of trash and it actually worked. I'm like, okay, that's worked like 15% of the time. Woohoo! Got it back. Money saved is money earned. Well, actually, it's just saved. So anyway, this is a bad spot for me right now. Let's move to the next one. So we're back and getting on another precarious hill that I went down. I almost lost it. Went into the drink. But it's a nice little tree over here that I usually can't fish from the other side because I'll just get hung in the trees like everybody else. And I don't like doing that. I like to clean my stuff up. So we're gonna see what happens here. Most likely, I'm gonna get hung in a tree from the other side. So, best case, not just type. Best case. I'm also going up the tree. That's just what happened in the girl in the herring line. And I'm pushing my rod going down the hill like that. It's not broken, but it's my day to go home. I'm right above my head. See that? Look at this. Watch where you're swinging at all times. Man. Sometimes when you're in a hurry, you're like, I got 30 minutes to fish, man. I got time to get hung and stuff and climbing down trees. That's part of the adventure, man. Did you not do that when you were a kid? I did. I was in all kinds of junk. What was I thinking? I was thinking, whoa, I'm gonna have some fun. Those days are not over. I refuse. If I can put a rod in my hand, there's some fun to be had. See that? I'm gonna try a new rod soon. It's called a fly rod. I looked up some stuff from Orvis, how to cast, and all the tricks, like 40 videos. That obviously means I'm a professional, right? No. I mean, the bad thing's gonna happen. So get ready for those blooper reels. One more time. Maybe in 2 months. Open a hand. Okay. Bass. Here. Catfish. Heart. The perch. We're done here. You see, I've been popping from one spot to the next. I'm trying to cover the greatest amount of area possible, so I'm doing exploration. I don't know what the fish are here yet. I'm in a shallow area of the river. I know if I go deep, I'm gonna find some fish. But are they shallow yet? Have they come up? Are there fish around? Is the temperature above 40? Is it above 50? Is it above 60? or 60, you know, summertime, you know, it's get late in the year up here to Wrigley. But you just go about the place, and if you can't go out the place, go online. See people like me or other content creators or people in bass fishing forums or whatever forums, and see what are they catching, where are they catching, how are they catching, where are they catching it, techniques, everything, and then formulate a plan for your local area so you become the expert of the area, so you can tell me how to fish where you are. So we're at the last spot before I check in, and this is right on the other side, really close to the other side where I started at, but you didn't see that. We're well below the dam, but we're not to the first bridge, which is on Galen Street. And I see a bag of marshmallows, but water's a little slower here and a little deeper, so yeah. To be quite honest, nothing biting my Rapala minnow tells me there's nothing here. I mean, bluegills bite it, crappie bite it, bass bite it, striped bass bite it. Not much can't catch with this thing. So, maybe nothing around, maybe nothing around. It's really cold out here. It's just above the point where my hands will freeze by being out. It's like, if it was 5 degrees colder, my hands would be freezing. Because I'm moving every like 10 minutes or so, hands are staying relatively okay, but they could be warmer. I think the temperature of the water is somewhere around 40 to 43. Once it gets to like 50 to 55, I think there's going to be a change. Also, if you're fishing with live bait, you may find a couple. Some panfish and stuff, but usually I want to go fish with my lures. That's a real test. Yeah, it's finding fun catching things on things that aren't real. Now, there are 2 guys right next to me fishing on the other side of the river. You know, the guy down there on the other side. So more people than I know, but you know, people have been watching and they need to go out there and go fishing to have some fun. So I expect this year to be the year of people fishing and getting hung up. You're going to see a lot of fishing line, and if you do get hung somewhere, please do your best to clean it up. Pick up your trash, pick up your line, try to get your lure out of the tree, and while you're at it, get other people's lures out of the tree, whether they're rusted or not. Try to clean up after yourself. So that's it for the show. If you want to find out more information, you can go to fishingatwork.com and get your free opt-in for a PDF, which will soon be coming out. You can get the 10-step process to go fishing at work now. Cool. But I'll be making a way for you to get fishing lures cheap. Not just fishing lures, fishing gear. Anything. Bags, rods, reels, lures. You can get fishing clothes. You can get fishing anything for cheaper. And I know how to do it because this is how I afford to get everything I have. I have like 20 plus rods and reels and 3 bins of lures and all kinds of junk that I don't honestly use that much, but you're a fisherman, you know what I'm talking about. You gotta have more. And if you want to see more videos like this, just remember to go to YouTube, subscribe, like the channel, ask questions. I'm getting questions right now about boats. The boat I have, the inflatable boat, which I'm gonna be making some changes with soon. It's gonna cost me some money. And yeah, but most of all, get fishing.